Most sports cars are fast and fragile, but not these. In this video, we reveal 10 Japanese sports cars known for thrilling performance and rock-solid reliability. One has clocked over 300,000 miles with just basic maintenance and still tears up the track. Number 10. 2022 Toyota GR86 Subaru BRZ. Kicking off our list is a modern classic, so laser-focused on pure, unadulterated driving fun. It comes with a controversial secret straight from the factory. We're talking about the Toyota GR86 and its twin, the Subaru BRZ. This car's entire mission is to deliver a raw, lightweight, rear-wheel drive experience, and its fundamental reliability comes from that beautiful simplicity. The FA24 Boxer engine, a joint effort between Toyota and Subaru, is a 2.4-liter flat-4 that provides a healthy 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque without the added complexity and heat of a turbocharger. For daily driving and spirited backroad enjoyment, these cars have proven to be exceptionally robust and relatively affordable, with current used prices often ranging from $20,000 to $35,000, depending on year and condition. Now, for the sake of transparency, we have to talk about the controversy. The FA24 engine has faced criticism for issues like oil pressure drops under intense, sustained track use, and, more famously, excess RTV sealant from the factory that can potentially clog the oil pickup. But for the overwhelming majority of owners using them as intended on public roads, the GR86 and BRZ deliver an incredibly engaging, dependable, and truly special sports car experience. Up next is a car forged in the blistering fires of rally racing, a legend known for its tenacious all-wheel drive grip and a famously overbuilt engine. Number 9. 2016 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution VII-X. Coming in at number 9 is a legend forged in the unforgiving crucible of rally racing. But can a car designed to be thrashed on dirt, gravel, and snow truly be a reliable street machine? From 2001 to its final bittersweet version in 2016, the Lancer Evolution 7 through 10 was the very definition of all-wheel drive dominance. The heart of the most beloved models, the Evo 8 and 9, is the immortal 4G63T engine. This iron block 2-liter Turbo 4 is famously overbuilt, putting out around 270 to 280 horsepower in stock form, but engineered with internals strong enough to handle massive power increases while remaining incredibly durable. These cars were engineered from the ground up to survive the absolute torture of the World Rally Championship, which means the drivetrain is tough as nails for street use. Well-maintained examples can be found anywhere from $25,000 to over $50,000 for pristine low-mileage models. While specialized parts for its complex all-wheel drive system can be pricey if something does go wrong, a well-maintained, unmodified Evo gives you a raw, unfiltered connection to the road, and a level of performance that still frightens modern supercars. But the Evo didn't battle for rally supremacy alone. Coming up next is its arch nemesis, a car with a signature boxer rumble and its own controversial reliability record. Number 8. 2021 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. You simply can't have one without the other. At number 8 is the Evo's arch nemesis, a car that painted the rally stages blue and gold. But does its infamous engine reputation tell the whole story? For decades, the Subaru Impreza WRX STI battled for rally supremacy, and that brutal war gave us some of the toughest all-weather performance cars ever made. The post-2000 STI delivered that signature offbeat growl from its turbocharged boxer engine, which produced around 300 horsepower
and the seemingly unbreakable grip of its symmetrical all-wheel drive. You can expect to find them on the used market for between $15,000 and $40,000. Now, let's be brutally honest. The EJ Series engine has a well-documented and deserved reputation for head gasket and ringland failures, especially when they're poorly tuned or modified. But that's not the whole story. An unmodified, meticulously serviced STI can be a surprisingly sturdy and long-lasting machine, with countless owners reporting minimal issues deep into six-figure mileage. The transmissions are beefy, the chassis is solid, and the community support is second to none. It's a car that gives you a massive performance envelope for any road in any season, along with a soundtrack that's truly one of a kind. From the world of all-wheel drive turbos, we now shift to a car that brought classic rear-wheel drive V6 muscle back to the mainstream. But there's one specific version you might want to avoid. Number 7. 2020 Nissan 350Z and 370Z. Our number 7 spot goes to the car that single-handedly made V6 power and rear-wheel drive cool again for a new generation. But there's one specific version of this modern classic that earned a reputation for being a bit thirsty. It's the dynamic duo that brought classic sports car fun back to the mainstream. The Nissan 350Z and its successor, the 370Z. Spanning a massive run from 2002 all the way to 2020, these cars are powered by Nissan's famously durable VQ Series V6 engine. This naturally aspirated workhorse is celebrated for its strong, linear pull and refreshingly straightforward mechanics. The 3.5-liter in the 350Z made up to 306 horsepower, while the 3.7-liter in the 370Z bumped that to a very respectable 332 horsepower. Today, a 350Z can be had for as little as $7,000 to $15,000, while the newer 370Z typically ranges from $15,000 to $30,000. While the earliest high-revving 350Z rev-up models could have significant issues with oil consumption, Nissan eventually ironed out the kinks, and the platform as a whole proved to be incredibly solid. With a timeless front-engine rear-drive layout, an honest-to-goodness naturally aspirated power, the Z-Cars offer a reliable sports car experience that's getting harder and harder to find. But if we're talking about truly legendary power, our next car barely makes the timeline but boasts an engine so indestructible, it has become the stuff of myth. Number 6. 2002 Toyota Supra A80. Barely squeezing into our post-2000 timeline is a car that needs absolutely no introduction. But what exactly makes its legendary engine so indestructible that people are willing to pay six-figure sums for a two-decade-old Toyota? It's the Mark IV Toyota Supra. The reason it's here, and the reason for its god-tier status in car culture, can be summed up in three characters: 2JZ. The 3-liter inline-six engine, especially the twin-turbo 2JZ GTE, is arguably one of the most over-engineered and reliable power plants ever bolted into a production car. The US version produced a mighty 321 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. Toyota, in its quest for ultimate durability, gave this engine a cast-iron block, a closed-deck design, and forged internals strong enough to handle ridiculous horsepower figures on the stock bottom end. It's not uncommon to see well-cared-for examples cruise past 200,000 miles without breaking a sweat. Of course, this legendary status comes at a cost. Prices have skyrocketed, with nice non-turbo models starting around $60,000 and clean turbo examples easily fetching over $95,000. The rest of the car was built to Toyota's famously high 1990s standards, making the A80 Supra a machine that could deliver supercar performance with the dependability of a family sedan. From a six-figure legend with monstrous power, our next car proves you don't need a huge engine to have the drive of your life. In fact, It's the best-selling roadster of all time. Alright, we're at the halfway point, and the legends just keep coming. These cars are the real deal, proving that thrilling speed doesn't have to mean constant headaches and crippling repair bills. If you're enjoying this list and want to see more content for true enthusiasts who value engineering as much as excitement, consider subscribing to the channel. Let us know in the comments which of these first 5 you'd park in your dream garage. Now, let's get on to our top 5. Number 5. 2005 Mazda MX-5 Miata NC and ND. Cracking our top 5 is the best-selling two-seat roadster in the history of the automobile. But how does a car with relatively modest horsepower deliver one of the most reliable and profoundly thrilling driving experiences you can buy? We're talking about the Mazda Miata, specifically the 3rd generation, NC, and 4th generation, ND, from 2005 to today. Mazda figured out the magic formula decades ago. Keep it light, keep it simple, send the power to the rear wheels, and engineer it for pure, unfiltered fun. That very same philosophy is what makes the modern Miata so incredibly reliable. The NC generation, 2005 to 2015, used a durable 2-liter engine with around 170 horsepower, while the current ND generation, 2016 present, offers a revised, eager-revving 2-liter making an impressive 181 horsepower. Both generations use proven, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engines and stout, satisfying manual transmissions that are built to take a lifetime of enthusiastic shifting. You can find a clean NC for between $8,000 and $15,000, while newer ND models start around $20,000 and go up from there. Maintenance is famously affordable, parts are plentiful, and the global owner community is one of the most supportive out there. The Miata is definitive, joyous proof that you don't need 500 horsepower to have the drive of your life, and you certainly don't need to sacrifice reliability for it. But what if you want top-tier reliability with a whole lot more horsepower? Our number 4 pick is a stealthy sedan that hides a thundering V8 heart under its sensible, luxury skin. Number 4. 2014 Lexus IS F. At number 4 is a car that successfully disguised a monster V8 under the cloak of a sensible luxury sedan. But is it really possible to get top-tier Lexus reliability with the fire-breathing soul of a muscle car? From 2008 to 2014, Lexus emphatically answered yes when it threw its hat in the ring against the German performance giants with the ISF. Their weapon of choice was the incredible 2UR GSE, a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, co-developed with the experts at Yamaha. This engine is an absolute masterpiece of engineering, producing a potent 416 horsepower and 371 pound-feet of torque, capable of launching the sedan to 60 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds. Mated to an equally tough 8-speed automatic transmission, the ISF's powertrain is famous for being nearly indestructible. Owners regularly drive these cars well past 100,000 miles with nothing but routine oil changes and new tires, a testament to Lexus's obsessive build quality. With used prices now sitting between $25,000 and $45,000, the ISF is the perfect fusion of Lexus's legendary bulletproof reliability and a thrilling, high-revving V8 heart. From a V8 monster disguised as a sedan, we move to Japan's original supercar, a mid-engine exotic that proved to the world you could have breathtaking looks and daily driver dependability in the same package. Number 3. 2005 Honda NSX NA2. Taking the bronze medal is Japan's original supercar, a vehicle that sent shockwaves through the European exotic establishment. But what exactly did Honda do differently that allowed the NSX to be driven daily, unlike its famously temperamental and fragile European rivals? We're looking at the final, most refined run of the first-generation Honda NSX, the NA2 models, built from 2002 to 2005.
The NSX completely rewrote the supercar rulebook, proving that a mid-engine exotic didn't have to be a temperamental garage queen that you were afraid to drive. Its heart was a hand-built, naturally aspirated 3.2-liter V6, the C32B, that screamed to a lofty redline while delivering around 290 horsepower and the kind of methodical reliability Honda was famous for. These cars were built with a level of precision, quality, and ergonomic thoughtfulness that was simply unheard of in the supercar world at the time. Finding one is a challenge, and prices reflect its icon status, often ranging from $100,000 to well over $150,000 for a prime example. You could genuinely drive it to the track, set incredible lap times, and then sit in rush hour traffic on the way home without a single worry. For combining exotic looks with an unfiltered analog feel and the dependability of an Accord, the original NSX will always be a legend. But Honda's genius didn't stop there. Coming in at number 2 is another masterpiece, a roadster with an engine that screams to an impossibly high redline, yet remains just as reliable. Number 2, 2009 Honda S2000. Our runner-up is a screaming high-revving masterpiece from Honda's golden era of engineering. But how can an engine that spins to over 8,000 RPM possibly last for hundreds of thousands of miles? You're about to find out. This is the Honda S2000. Produced from the turn of the millennium right up until 2009, the S2000 is an engineering triumph. Its later AP2 models featured the 2.2-liter F22C1 engine, which produced 237 horsepower, while revving to an incredible 8,200 RPM. But behind that incredible race car-like performance was Honda's absolute, unwavering commitment to reliability. These engines are famous for their astonishing longevity, with countless examples still running strong with over 200,000, even 300,000 miles on them with just routine maintenance. Today, prices typically range from $20,000 to $40,000, with low mileage and special edition CR models demanding a significant premium. The formula is beautifully simple and perfectly executed. A high-strung, naturally aspirated engine, one of the best 6-speed manual shifters ever made, and a perfectly balanced chassis that communicates everything to the driver. It has more than earned its reputation as one of the most reliable and rewarding sports cars ever built, offering a truly special experience without the typical sports car headaches. But there is one car that completely changed the global performance landscape. A technological titan so utterly dominant, it earned the nickname Godzilla, and it's our number 1. Number 1, 2007 Nissan GT-R R35. And finally, our number 1 spot goes to the undisputed, game-changing supercar killer. But with this much sophisticated technology and earth-bending power, does it have a hidden Achilles heel that could cost you a fortune? Taking our top spot is the car that needs no other name but its 3 letters, the Nissan GT-R. Since it first launched in 2007, the R35 GT-R has been the undisputed king of accessible hyper-performance. Its soul is the VR38DETT, a 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6, each one hand-assembled in a climate-controlled, dust-free cleanroom by a single master technician known as a Takumi. Power has climbed steadily over its long production run, starting at 480 horsepower and now sitting at a massive 565 horsepower in the standard model. When left unmodified, these powertrains are incredibly robust, especially when you consider the world-bending performance they are capable of producing. Now, it's not perfect. Early 2009 to 2011 models had some well-known and potentially costly transmission issues, particularly with the complex GR6 dual-clutch unit. Nissan did address these problems in later revisions, and the platform became known for its impressive durability. Just be warned, while the engine is stout,
the maintenance and repair costs for a complex high-tech machine like this are on another level entirely, with used prices ranging from $60,000 for early models to well over $100,000 for newer ones. But for its unmatched performance per dollar and a powertrain that was fundamentally over-engineered to handle its own immense power, the R35 Nissan GT-R is our #1 most reliable Japanese sports car of the 21st century. Love cars that hold their value and never quit? Then you'll definitely want to see the flip side. In our last video, 10 German luxury cars that lose value the fastest, we break down the high-end machines that depreciate like falling rocks. Some lose over $100,000 in just a few years. Tap the link on screen or in the description and see which German badge is secretly a money pit.